you'll think is it gives MinMin a lot of stage. It gives MinMin a lot of place to run around. And platforms is honestly, MinMin likes platforms. She pressures really well on platforms. She has an amazing nair plus, and we actually are seeing the Roy come out from Flow.
Yeah, I have to say,
wrong.
I think I agree with this one.
I don't disagree, to be honest, either.
I think having that sort of very, very fast character that Roy is going to be very, very beneficial. Yeah. And of course, there's nothing to say that, you know, obviously depending on how this game one goes, the cloud is still there.
It could, but yeah, a little bit
faster.
faster.
Start with the main and see how it goes.
A little bit faster,
a
little bit harder hitting when you do get in, a little bit of a better recovery. It makes sense. And already we're seeing harder hitting in the flesh right now. Flow gets in and does a nice 61, but this is MinMin we're talking about, and he almost loses the stock immediately.
Yeah, this is where it's really, really tough. And of course, Flow is just not able to make it back there.
Yeah.
Roy is definitely a character who's kind of got not the best recovery. It's not bad. It's not amazing.
Agreed, yeah. Roy does have a decent recovery. He's got some nice armor at the beginning of it, but MinMin doesn't need to go to the beginning of your up B when she can edge guard you on stage. And when you have that idea in your head, it's plays like Vongola's where he goes down for the nair that actually frighten you the most. Because like, I wasn't expecting this tempo mix-up. She's not going to be here. And all of a sudden, you're fighting your deer in headlights, and you are air dodging, unfortunately, down to the stage and can't recover. So very well played from Vongola at the beginning. Nice opening gambit, but Flow is not going to leave that alone.
Yeah, just sneaking in the final blow there to finally take that stock. But of course, unfortunately, he's been put on the ledge, and Vongola just keeping up so much control, so much patience, and just recognizing, yeah, I can edge guard you for free here.
And that was a seamless transition from Ram into Megawatt, by the way, Smar. Just Vongola was repeatedly pressuring Flow with the Ram on the platform, and then just switches to Megawatt for one hit, gets that big, meaty attack, and puts Flow down to one stock, and puts Flow to 95% apparently, as he has racked on a lot of damage on this final stock already. Vongola with a huge lead in this game one.
Yeah, this is definitely not what I expected on the Z. Flow is obviously a player of known caliber. You know, obviously having those strong results that we saw just a moment ago. Well, Vongola definitely full of surprises right now, because that looked very one-sided. Oh my god,
this MinMin's taking your breath away, bud.
I really am. Oh, it's just a beautiful, pristine gameplay. It's making me cough. Oh. No, lovely stuff there. Again, it just looks so strong from Vongola there. He just didn't slow down. He just didn't. He knew exactly what he needed to do. He knew the weaknesses of Roy and capitalized on them.
Yeah, and the crazy thing about MinMin, the thing that makes her truly top tier, in my opinion, is the fact that you can play that. Like Vongola was playing neutral quite slowly for a bit, just boxing Flow out, and then all of a sudden turned on the gas, because MinMin actually has some really good burst options like down tilt, like dash attack, like up tilt, like up air, like nair, and he really just kept close to Flow for that final stock, just outside of his sword range, and put on some serious damage. And perhaps that is the difference between Roy and Cloud, that lack of range, because obviously Roy has a reverse tipper mechanic with his sword, which means that at that mid-range, he's actually doing a bit less damage than MinMin might be doing. So I do wonder if we might be seeing a switch game 3 if this goes poorly for Flow. But for now, we're on game 2.
Yeah, and I have
for now, we're on game 3. We'll go to game 3.
Yeah, okay, game 3. Yeah, it's fine.
We're joking. Flow is an incredible player. He can so easily make this back,
Absolutely.
but it is a really unfortunate start for the French player.
Yeah, that's not how he wants to start things, certainly. But that said, you know, he hasn't taken too much yet. This is still doable.
No,
but unfortunately, you have to get past the pressure that MinMin puts out when she just thrown out his arms, which Flow successfully does.
Okay.
And finds that stock, only taking 26.
After a terrible start, to be honest, it's a fantastic recovery from Flow, who does manage to get a very nice stock with only 25% to his name, and now is starting at that aggression. We're on the platform, but unfortunately, a very good roll in from Vongola allows him to avoid a side B that would have been lethal.
Yeah, that would have been very, very scary. You saw the lightning come out there, but Flow still hanging on. 130 knows, got to be careful. And again, I love the use of the up smashes from Vongola as well. As any single time that Flow has been able to get in, he's just sort of returned fire with those up smashes, just send him away again.
Yeah, I don't think we've mentioned that move too much, because this set has just been so hard to follow so far. We've like had to be paying attention, but that up smash as it comes out again is in contention for best up smashes in the game. It is one frame slower than Fox's, so incredibly fast. It's huge, it's strong as hell, and it reflects. Who thought that was okay?
Yeah. I don't.
You
know.
clearly don't think that's okay.
It's not okay. It's not okay, honestly. And I mean, right, obviously, we said about it, like how strong of an option it has been in this tool of just batting away Flo. But of course, Flo is still not out. But yeah, he's got to find his stock though, and quickly, because we saw how deadly Vongola was last time. If he's given the room, you know, the spacing to get away with what he wants to.
Yeah. Flo has done a really good job so far. When he gets Vongola at the ledge, he's able to get in on his space really well. Some really nice empty hops, some really nice landings, some really nice pressure that just about allows him to get those jab into confirms. But Vongola is just relentless right now. A lot of dash attacks, Smart. He's keeping it close while he has the invincibility and then keeps Flo at bay with the Ram arm, with the Dragon arm, and right now, Flo is struggling to get even a single bit of percent as he doesn't get a big combo on the first big hit he gets in the stock.
Yeah, this is looking scary. Obviously, Vongola, but firing himself up there with that up B, trying to get something. But boy, is a sequence character. He gets a little up move going. He can deal a lot of damage, but he's got to try and find a way in. And Vongola's not letting it happen.
You have to navigate around Megawatt. Vongola was swinging with the nairs, with those strong F smashes that do so much shield damage and so much damage in general and hit you surprisingly hard. He's played that so well at the end, just keeping Flo completely at bay and not really giving the opportunity. And we saw the frustration in the French player's face when he got hit by that Megawatt. He is not quite pleased with how this set is proceeding so far. And it could be a character switch, could be a stage switch. I'm not sure Town is to play. Obviously, it's considered like Croy's strongest stage, but Vongola's not making it seem that way right now.
Yeah, and again, it's so interesting as well that we're going back to Town City.
He's sticking to his
for
guns.
the first time. Yeah, he's sticking to it.
But I wonder if the gun's jammed.
Yeah, this is, it's tough to say because Flo's Cloud, obviously, is a character we don't normally see from Flo. He is normally just known as the Roy. Yeah. But the Roy hasn't been doing amazing this set, but he seems to have faith, and of course, you have to sometimes, if the player is feeling that character, then clearly, you know, sort of, you almost have to, like, go with them. You have to sort of agree with them. Like, okay, if you're feeling it, then you know best.
Yep. Right now, Flo is saying that, yes, I'm indeed feeling it. I can still do this with the Roy because there's 107%, 125% virtually unanswered from the Roy, and that should have been a stock, but he's still fine right now. He's keeping Vongola at ledge. Vongola really not being able to escape this advantage so far this stock, to be honest, and finally gets a nair, but nothing big.
Yeah, again, Flo just trying to find this final hit to take that stock away. He's so close. But again, he gave spacing to Vongola there, but a lovely sequence there from Flo. Yeah. And again, it's just clean. Take that stock away. Only 38%. This is very different from the first two games.
Excellent use of Roy's reverse super mechanic there, using the sour spots at the end of his sword to send closer to himself and confirm into his stronger areas. Really nicely played from Flo. Very well nicely recognized. Who is now going to be getting a bit more percent on this second stock. Hopefully a lot more credit. It's what he needs right now to truly get a lead and truly be safe from the terror that is MinMin, because we've seen Vongola just put on the pressure on these stocks and seal them out in a moment of seconds.
Yeah, and the ledge is where it's scariest, and that is just going to be it.
That's so tough. Like, I'm really not sure what Flo could have done there to avoid Vongola's pressure.
The problem is, there wasn't really. Because, again, like we said right at the start of the set, Voi's recovery, again, it's not great, it's not bad, it's sort of in that in-between. But MinMin is a character that definitely sort of punishes the kind of recoveries that Voi does have. And so any time that Flo has been at ledge, it's been a scary, scary situation.
Yeah, and unfortunately right now, Flo is sort of seeming to be made a comeback on. Vongola is looking a lot more strong right now. He's getting a lot more hits in Smart. He's getting these nairs. He's getting some nice damage at 66% racks on, and 66% is not low enough for a Min, but 141 will be the stock that is sealed out for Flo. Thankfully, he gets another lead, and hopefully he can extend into something bigger so that he might take a game. He is managing to do so right now. 45% racks on and puts Vongola to the other side of the stage. From Vongola does get his hits back, and right now Smart, it looks like he might be able to steal the stock out in reverse.
Yeah, Flo's got to be careful there, because you saw he was getting almost a little bit carried away with how much damage he was getting, because he was going for a lot of moves, and he forgot that obviously up smash is just a tool to break up those kind of sequences. So he's got to be careful. He has an opportunity here. He has a big opportunity, which he does capitalize on, but Vongola is still living.
I can't believe Vongola manages to make it back to stage there. Flow pressured it so well, but Vongola times his air dodge perfectly and the recovery, and now has another chance at life, another chance to seal away this game. And this could honestly be the stock, Smar.
Yeah, this ledge is where it's scariest, and Flo's got to get back, which he does with the up B clipping through the platform there. But again, he's got to be careful. He needs to seal this up now, because any percentage that Vongola puts on makes it scarier and scarier to take this game away.
Flo just about missing out with these fares, but does get the back air, the reverse, and finally manages to get stock. And we see a yell from him, a cry of rage, a fury, as he finally manages to get a game back from Vongola. Clearly, the player is impassioned by this set and wants it badly.
He really does. Even in that second stock, actually, I did peer into the player cam, and as he landed that forward smash, he did go, yes!
I understand the feel.
Because, absolutely, I mean, the first two games, I have to say, and you know, with no disrespect, they were very sort of clearly one-sided to Vongola. He held control, he knew what he was doing, and he took them very, very cleanly. So Flo finally being able to return fire and land what he wanted to in the from the first two games. Definitely, he's in the set fun. He's got one on the board. Now he just needs to get two more.
And let's be honest, Smart, this character is annoying to face against.
Yes.
A very infuriating character, because you play that patient in neutral against all these arms, and then you get in and I'm like, okay, I'm in and MinMin. This is the time where I get to win. And then the frame 9 up smash hits you and kills you at 120, and you're just like, I thought this is a zoner.
Yeah, it's not.
I thought that's a zoner character. Why am I getting killed up close? That doesn't seem fair.
Yeah, exactly that, Zanati. And it's just, I kind of, every time that you do get interrupted or you just get sent off stage and lose to the Ram Ram or something like that, it is just, it's annoying. So we'll just have to see what Flo does. Of course, we are going back once more to Town and City. This was sort of Flo's picks before, but Vongola's saying, yeah, I quite like it.
Yeah, the players seem quite contented with this pick. I understand why. I mean, it seemingly has worked out for the both of them. Both of them get really nice platform extensions. Both of them really like the space, the movement from the stage. And as a result, it seems that we might be going there for the whole set.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was going to say, it kind of almost benefits a lot. We have been seeing Flo get some really lovely extensions from the platforms, as you talked about. So, yeah, certainly. But, of course, we do get that Final Destination-esque sort of bit here, where the platforms do just go away. And, of course, that technically benefits MinMin more.
Yeah. Yeah, this sort of stage tryout right now is probably phenomenal for Vongola. And also, these side platforms are amazing for Flo, it would seem, as he gets a very nice jab. He's getting that jab a lot, by the way, where he just sort of slowly inches into Vongola's area and then gets the jab, gets a really nice confirm, and seals out that stock. But right now, Ram Ram is the thing that is keeping him at bay at this side of the ledge. And that Megawatt Nair is so strong, Smart, and so is the breath from the Dragon.
Yeah, the laser just sneaking through and attacking Flo there to take that stock away. Of course, Flo was getting some good recovery options. He is, I think, learning how to deal with the Ram Ram a bit better. His recovery options have been a lot better. But of course, you still have to be careful because MinMin can cover a whole lot. All right, and of course, Flo. Again, he's turned on a bit of a switch here. He's playing a lot faster, being a lot more kind of MinMin's face here. But he's equally, every time he's away, is where it's scariest.
Yeah. He's actually maneuvering really nicely around the Ram, as you said. Even in neutral now, he's slowly just weighing in for Vongola to be fully committed to the arms and then jumping into his pressure and then still waiting for a button before he strikes. But unfortunately, this is where he's gone greedy and it sends him at 72%. Vongola doesn't manage to extend off it. Flo's still in a nice position. However, the damage is slowly racking on and he's at ledge where he's lost the majority of his stocks.
And again, I do feel like we saw in game 2 actually where game 3 where Flo was kind of getting almost carried away. You said about greed there, and I think that definitely sort of Flo sometimes does get a little bit too ahead of himself there, because in game 3 he was getting interrupted by that up smash. He was getting sequence started there.
Yeah.
And obviously you saw there, he went for that up smash. It didn't hit, so that was a free punish for Vongola.
And Vongola right now looks for that up smash on that neutral getup. He did get the correct read, but unfortunately the timing was just not quite there, and as a result, cannot get that stock, but is still piecing Flo up. Hasn't been hit meaningfully in a while until that up air seals it out, not quite doing it correctly, but who expects to get hit with Royce landing up on the ground?
Yeah, exactly that. No sort of, respect to Vongola that didn't expect it, but he still returns fire to finally even up that stock. We're going to the last stock. This is still all or nothing here for both players. Vongola obviously with an opportunity to seal up this set, and Flo to take it to a Game 5 and potentially begin the process of a reverse 3-0.
Big conversions there from Flo. If he had advanced a little bit more that downer, that might have even been a stock, but unfortunately doesn't quite find it. However, Frenchman's putting on a lot of damage. Nice up B, just relieves him of the pressure and starts pressuring Vongola. Up close, great game attack to relieve it. And now Flo is still up close. Flo is still managing to put on a lot of damage. Flo right now is in control. Vongola finally gets some reprieve, but then commits to a grab, and he gets a big side B. Oh, nothing comes from it.
Yeah, the up smash lands as well, again to interrupt. These players are scrapping right now. There was no spacing at all going on. But MinMin does finally get a little bit of space. Good use of the Megawatt there, just to push Flo back a little bit. But again, immediately going in again. And just saying, you know what, I am going to juke with you. But the side B comes out, and again, Flo is feeling it right now.
And Flo pumps himself up yet again. He is loving these wins. He is loving the fact that he's finally being able to make a statement. And Smart, it looks like we were going to have our third 3-0 in a row, but Flo had something to say about it as we go.
Absolutely did.
Game 5, Flo attempting the reverse 3-0.
And I must be honest, after we saw those first 2 games, I was saying to myself, yeah, I think this is going to be a 3-0 because it was not looking good for Flo. But just after that game 3, after that game 4 that we've just seen, Flo is playing a lot better.
Right, because I don't think Vongola is playing worse. I'm seeing him mix up his neutral options really well. I'm seeing him mixing up his advantage options really well. That was the first time he really used that arm from ledge with the Megawatt to reprieve that pressure. That was really nice. The one thing I will say, I think Vongola is missing out a lot on these grabs. I don't see a lot of them landing right now, and he's getting punished for the majority of them now. Flo has really got that in his head and gets that side B, obviously, and as a result, has managed to just like put on a little bit more damage in the places he wasn't getting before. So I do wonder if we'll see that adaptation from Vongola to perhaps take a little bit more safer. Seek out Flo's shield a bit more before you start grabbing. However, right now, it would seem he doesn't need my advice, as he does get a very nice 48% lead, which is crucial for MinMin for her neutral game plan.
Yeah, and I do feel like what I want to see from Vongola here, actually, in this Game 5, that has potentially been his only downfall in the set so far, is I want to see him scrap less with Roy up close, because MinMin's not a character that does close quarter combat easily. So I want to see Vongola potentially try and space a bit more, you know, try and use a bit more of the arms to just push Flo away, because again, once Flo's in, it is terrifying. Roy is a character that absolutely murders stocks. Yeah. So I want to try and see Vongola just kind of keep that space up, play a little bit more patient potentially.
Yeah, the one thing that Flo's not really been able to manage to accomplish throughout this game is getting those edge guards.
Yeah.
Unless Vongola decides to edge guard himself. In that case, then he's doing great. He can't quite get the fair, get any nairs off stage, because MinMin just actually has some really solid recovery mix-up. She's gotten a lot better recovering. I think her recovery got shadow buffed at some point, and as a result, she's able to sort of maneuver around a lot more safely off stage. However, Flo right now not needing it, but Vongola is answering back very strongly. That was a really nice mix-up, by the way. A tech chase with an F-throw. That's the first time I see that.
Yeah, that was the kind of thing I really wanted to see from Vongola, because that was lovely. That was clean. That was beautiful. Like I say, what an incredible mix-up to take that stock away. But again, Flo needs to calm down a little bit. Not get lost in the sauce too much there. He's going for that up smash again. Didn't get punished this time, but he does need to be careful, Zanatti.
And he is swinging a little unsafely on MinMin's shield. Now, you'd think MinMin shouldn't have out of shield, but she does. And as a result, he's taking a little bit more damage than he needs to. Again, he's getting caught by these up smashes. He's getting caught by these jump-ins. And right now, Vongola has managed to reverse the fortunes.
Yeah, and of course, Flo is at the ledge, and you know what is coming next. With that Dragon Armor with the laser coming out. And Flo, once again, needs to try and take the stock away as quickly as he can, because this could get out of hand very, very quickly.
Yeah, Flo right now looking to get any solid hit, any solid conversion to get rid of that stock. And Vongola runs up with an aggressive up smash and keeps converting into damage. Flo is sent firing off stage. This is where MinMin can get rid of you.
Okay, lovely recovery, going high and just jumping over the MinMin there to finally get back, but 73% Flo still not taking the stock as well, which he finally does, just as I say it. But Flo needs to get something started there. He does find that landing up there, but doesn't get much out of it, Zanatti.
Great tech from Vongola, just delaying his option, but commits with a Megawatt arm.
Oh no! Goodness. No way! No way! He just finds that side B and kills a 40% Flo! My god! He just... honestly, he robbed that set away. He absolutely did, but my goodness.
Hey,
You gotta be careful on those platforms. You just gotta be.
you say robbed, I say deserved.
Yeah,
I think he
honestly,
worked very hard
honestly.
throughout that set. We would choose some Roy cheese. It was going to happen at
Yeah.
some point, and he
We
does
had to,
get it.
yeah.
And that's why Roy likes town. That's why we kept going back to town. If that one specific interaction on that side platform, what if you tech out Smar? What if you neutral tech?
Why would you take out?
And
Just
we hear the
beat it.
cries of one of our production that I think may have not benefited from that set. Unfortunate for her,
Yeah, there's
really.
some mixed reactions in Regen HQ right now.
But Flo, I'm sure, is beaming. So congrats to him for taking that set. Truly a hard-fought victory. We saw that very interaction in only game 1 when he sent us to the stage. And Vongola rolls in, avoids it very neatly. Cannot get a kill if you roll in.
Yeah.
But when the cards are all on the table, when all the pressure is on you to win this set, when you're on you're on the verge of being reverse 3-0'd, all of a sudden the thoughts start mounting in your head. That mental stack increases.
Yeah.
The nerves start striking harder, and that's when those sort of simple, easy mistakes do occur.